The Power of a Dream. A long journey from a small village. Every person in this world carries a dream inside their heart. Some dreams are loud and powerful, while others are quiet and hidden deep within the soul. But no matter how big or small a dream is, it has the power to change a person's life. This is the story of a boy named Rahim, a simple boy from a small village who believed that dreams, determination, and learning could change his future. Rahim lived in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and flowing rivers. The air was fresh and the people were kind. Most of the villagers were farmers who worked hard every day under the hot sun. Life in the village was simple, but not always easy. Rahim's family was not rich. His father worked in the fields from morning until evening. His mother stayed at home and took care of the family. They did not have many luxuries, but they had love, respect, and hope. From a very young age, Rahim was curious about the world. He often asked many questions. Why do people travel to other countries? How do airplanes fly? Why do people speak different languages? Sometimes his parents did not know the answers, but they always encouraged him to keep learning. One evening, when Rahim was about 10 years old, he sat beside the river watching the sunset. The sky was filled with beautiful colors, orange, pink, and purple. In his hand, he held a small notebook. In that notebook, he wrote something very important. "I want to learn English and speak confidently one day." At that time, Rahim did not know how difficult the journey would be, but he believed in one simple idea: learning could open new doors. Rahim went to the village school. The school building was old and the classrooms were small. Sometimes the electricity stopped and the fans stopped working, but the teachers tried their best to educate the students. Rahim enjoyed many subjects, but he was especially interested in English. At first, English looked very strange to him. The words were different. The pronunciation was confusing. Sometimes he felt frustrated. Why is English so difficult, he asked himself. But he did not give up. Every day he practiced reading simple sentences. Sometimes he read the same paragraph again and again until he understood it clearly. One day, Rahim's teacher asked the class to introduce themselves in English. Most students felt shy and nervous. They were afraid of making mistakes. When it was Rahim's turn, his heart started beating very fast. His hands felt cold. But he stood up and said slowly, "My name is Rahim. I live in this village. I want to learn English." The sentence was simple, but it was a big step for him. Some students laughed at his pronunciation, but the teacher smiled proudly. "Very good," the teacher said. "Speaking is the first step to learning." That small moment gave Rahim confidence. After school, Rahim often sat beside the river with his notebook. He practiced writing English words and sentences. Sometimes he spoke English to himself. "Today I learned a new word. I will practice again tomorrow." People who passed by sometimes looked at him with curiosity. Why is that boy talking alone, they wondered. But Rahim did not care. He understood something important. Every learner must pass through a stage where they feel uncomfortable. Years passed and Rahim continued studying. His English slowly improved. However, life brought many challenges. When Rahim finished high school, his family faced financial problems. His father became ill and could not work as much as before. Rahim felt worried. One night, he sat with his parents and said, I want to continue my education, but I also want to help the family. His mother looked at him with gentle eyes and said, "Education is very important. Never stop learning." His father added, "Hard times will come, but strong people find solutions." Rahim decided to move to the city to continue his studies and find part-time work. The city was very different from the village. The streets were crowded, cars moved quickly, buildings were tall. At first, Rahim felt lost. Everything seemed new and confusing, but he remembered his dream. He found a small job in a bookstore. His job was simple: organizing books, cleaning shelves, and helping customers. For Rahim, the bookstore was like a magical place. There were books about science, history, language, travel, and self-improvement. Whenever the shop was quiet, Rahim opened a book and read. He learned new words every day. Sometimes customers spoke to him in English. At first, he felt nervous, but he tried his best to communicate. Each conversation became a small lesson. Slowly, his confidence grew. One day, a customer came into the bookstore looking for English learning materials. Rahim politely asked, "How can I help you?" The man looked surprised to hear clear English from a bookstore assistant. Rahim recommended several books and explained how beginners could practice English. The man listened carefully. After a few minutes, he said something that changed Rahim's life.